The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "To you who hear, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. To the person who strikes you on one cheek, offer the other one as well. And from the person who takes your cloak, do not withhold even your tunic. Give to everyone who asks of you. And from the one who takes what is yours, do not demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. For if you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do the same. If you lend money to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners and get back the same amount. But rather, love your enemies and do good to them, and lend expecting nothing back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High. For he himself is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. Stop judging, and you will not be judged. Stop condemning, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and the gifts will be given to you. A good measure, packed together, shaken down, and overflowing, will be poured into your lap. For the measure with which you measure will in turn be measured out to you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Christ Jesus.
Love is our mission. God is love. God is merciful. And we are created in God's image. Therefore, it is in our very nature to be loving and merciful. And yet there have been times throughout my life when I haven't been very true to my nature. As a child, in my first year of Catholic school, Larry Rogers and I cornered Tommy Measure in the schoolyard. Tommy was wearing one of those pre-tied school ties that wrap around with an elastic band around the collar. And Larry and I had a grand old time snapping Tommy's tie until Sister Helen Edward caught us. And you would have thought we were axe murderers. I thought my days as a Catholic school student would end soon after they had started. Sister Helen Edward was not a sister of mercy. And she showed little mercy to us. I received my just punishment in school, and in those days, adults stuck together. So I received even greater punishment from my parents when this first grader got home from detention. Love is our mission. The world is on edge right now as Mr. Putin threatens the Ukraine. His aggression is troubling. Also troubling are the little acts of evil that we encounter in our daily lives, such as the aggressive driver or the despicable intruders who hack into our emails. If it were possible, I'd love to give a less than Christian response to such troubling evil. Love is our mission. In this gospel, Jesus says to us who are his disciples, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. That is a terribly difficult mandate to live out. But I really do believe that until we start living it, we'll be stuck in this never-ending cycle of violence that has plagued our world since Cain killed his brother Abel. Jesus' words are easy to dismiss as impossible or to downplay as ideals that no one is ever meant to achieve. That would be a mistake. I have no doubt that Jesus intended his disciples to strive to live these commands. Love is our mission. Sometimes we can bring a cheap sentimentality to our faith practice. For the most part, we are fairly loving people, especially when the love involves our own family or our own tribe. But then you look at the cross and see the type of love Jesus is calling us to. It's radical stuff. The Son of God did not owe us anything, and yet he accepted being tortured to death in order to connect us to God's great mercy and love. We are called to treat even our enemies as God treats us, with love and mercy. It is easy enough, even natural at times, to withhold love and hope from others. But God calls us to live a radical love. And with all the divisiveness and the incivility in the world today, that is hard work. Love is our mission. Perhaps the best place to start is in our own backyard. One would hope that I've outgrown that immature impulse to be mean to innocent folks like Tommy Measure. But I still have those moments when I'm unkind or impatient. And I need to remember that God is calling me to a deeper love, especially with those closest to me. There's no way that we will ever come close to living out this radical gospel if we don't start living it in our own homes with God's grace. We need to stop being so critical and judgmental of each other. We need to stop pushing each other's buttons. We need to be kind and forgiving, patient and loving with each other. Love is our mission. We were created in the image of God, who is all loving and all merciful. Jesus calls us to our finest self, to our finest nature. He tells us that by their fruits you will know them. We need to show others who we are by the way in which we strive to live out this radical gospel. And they will know that we are Christians by our love. Yes, they will know we are Christians by our love. Amen.